Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. DuBose, sorry. You know, when I think about how messed up the healthcare system is and how expensive it is, I can't help but think about how this place has totally taken an industry and turned it into a Frankenstein. That you've got a scenario that first, when people used to have choice, and as my colleague was mentioning, at one point, you know, people don't go and shop for health insurance today because it's being done by their employer. And why? Because the employer gets the tax benefit, and the employer is required to provide that. So we've consolidated and taken away the choice for employees at a company and said, if you're going to get insurance that's subsidized and you don't have to pay taxes on it, it's going to be through whoever the employer picks. Is that correct?
So in a self-insured plan that we have providers. We do offer centers of excellence and high quality providers based on quality.
And I'm not talking about the providers. I'm talking about the network, the insurance network. You pick the network.
Yes, in Alabama, we do have essentially one network, and we do add to that network through direct contracting. But in Alabama, our network does cover all the providers in the state with our carrier. So we have a different choice proposition in our state. Right.
So at the end of the day, we've in order for the sake of providing this tax benefit, we've eliminated choice to individual insurers, right? Individual covered lives no longer have the same choice that they once did.
I don't agree. We have a lot of good.
Not if they're going to get the same tax benefits.
Yeah. So in Alabama, the way our market works, the choice that we provide to our plan members is to go to the providers of their choice within the totality of the network based on quality. So we are able to navigate through innovation to those best of class providers, right, and let the plan members make that conscious choice, an informed decision to see the provider that they feel the most comfortable with, that has the best outcome, best quality, best cost. So it's a decision that the plan member needs to make, but it needs to be an informed decision. But it's not, in our state, the network itself is not what's in play, because all of our providers are in the same network.
Because you understand that's not the way it is across America.
It is not. It is different from state to state.
Okay. So because in communities like mine, there are basically two networks, and if you are a member of one, and your employer decides to go to the other, you have to leave doctors from one to the other. So you're lucky. You're in a Goldilocks community in that regard. But okay, so my other question has to do with the difference between the ERISA plans and the state regulated plans. What are the benefits that an employer receives to use an ERISA plan over what is regulated by the state?
So the benefits for us for ERISA plan is the fact that we're able to offer our plans multi-state and remove variance and make sure we have high quality plans that are consistent with all of our plan members, regardless of their location.
Right.
So we create innovative, high performing plans because ERISA allows us that framework to excel, as opposed to a state plan that doesn't have those same luxuries.
Right. And so because I'm hearing that while the ERISA plan is preferable, really what you're avoiding is a lot of state mandates on insurance. Is that accurate?
Now, in Alabama, what we offer in our ERISA preemption, in our ERISA covered plans, we believe we excel.
I'm sure that it could be better. I'm just saying plans. That you've got one size fits all mandates that sometimes a state implements that can be a tail that wags the dog.
So in the state of Alabama, we do use our ERISA preemption. So when the state does pass laws or policies that are unique to providers within the state, Those are generally for state-covered entities that are not ERISA-covered plans.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.